to the 2019 USA South Athletic Conference Baseball Tournament. Today's baseball game features the number 7 Maryville College Scots and the number 6 Greensboro College Lions. And now for today's starting lineups. First, for the designated visiting team, Maryville College. Batting first, center fielder, batting first, number 1 center fielder, Gabe Lopez. Batting second, number 27 left fielder, Wesley Pearson. Batting third, number 11, pitching for the Scots today, Christian Polson. Batting fourth, number 8, right fielder, Peyton Sawyer. Batting fifth, number 21, third baseman, Mike Homan. Batting sixth, number 25, catching for the Scots today, Eric Hart. Batting seventh, number 35, first baseman, Joey Tomlinson. Batting eighth, number 2, shortstop, Colton Hicks. Batting ninth, number 4, second baseman, Logan Hayes. The Scots are coached by Cody Church and assisted by Clint Helton, Jimmy Reese, Gooch Greer, and Andrew Henry. Now for the designated home team, Greensboro College. Batting first, number 9, third baseman, Tyler Price. Batting second, number 1, shortstop, Hunter Curtis. Batting third, number 16, left fielder, Lincoln Hewitt. Batting fourth, number 12, catching for the Lions today, Scotty McGuire. Batting fifth, number 29, designated hitter Chance Bryant. Batting sixth, number 36, center fielder Blake Carroll. Batting seventh, number 34, first baseman Derek Jarr. Batting eighth, number 3, right fielder Tim Osborne. Batting ninth, number 13, second baseman Jacob Rodriguez. On the mound today for the Lions is number 15, Will Hicks. The Lions are coached by Frank Maldonado and assisted by Matt Reed and Avery Booker. Fans, at this time we ask you, please honor America and rise for the playing of the national anthem. The USC South Athletic Conference and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at coaches, players, officials, or any other team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from West Point Park. Also, the possession or consumption of alcoholic beverages is strictly prohibited.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's broadcast of the 2019 USA South Baseball Tournament. Today's game features the Maryville College Scots and the Greensboro Pride. Today is an elimination game as both teams lost yesterday. Greensboro lost the opener here at Point Park yesterday, 6-8, as Maryville fell 9-7 to Methodist over at LaGrange College. Gabe Lopez is leading off for the Scots. He leads the team with a .456 slugging percentage and is hitting .344 on the year. On the hill for the Pride is Will Hicks. Hicks is 5-3 with 9 starts on the season, including a complete game, as the second pitch of the at-bat catches the outside corner for strike number 2. Hicks has a 5.18 ERA on the season, as he's allowed 28 earned runs and 48 and 2/3 innings pitched, as the 0-2 pitch is outside and in the dirt. Lopez fouls off the 1-2 pitch to remain alive. Lopez has seen limited at-bats this season. He's 31 for 90 and has played in only 27 of Maryville's games. He started in 21 with 8 extra base hits as he swings on and misses for the first out of the ball game. That will bring up Wesley Pearson.
Up to bat, number 27, left fielder, Wesley
Pearson's playing left field today and is hitting .276 coming into today. Pearson only making his 7th start of the season and appearing in his 14th game as that first pitch misses high for ball number 1. Pearson has hit 8 for 29 in those appearances with 3 RBIs and 2 doubles, as he fouls that one out of play for strike number 1. He hits that one into play, but that one is going and drifting foul down the left field side. Around the count to 1-2. Maryville comes into the contest 22-16 with the loss yesterday being the first one for them after they defeated Pfeiffer 15-8 to wrap up the regular season. Greensboro comes in on a 4-game skid as they were swept by Methodist last weekend in the final weekend of regular season play and lost to LaGrange yesterday. Greensboro, though, started the season 3-11 and went on to win 15 of their next 17 games and came back in 11 of those contests to find their way into the tournament, as Hicks delivers and Pearson lines that one to the second baseman. A little soft liner as Rodriguez picks it up and throws it over to Jar for the second out of the inning.
Up to bat, number 11, Christian Polson.
And that will bring up Christian Polson. Polson is the designated hitter and pitcher today. The unusual markup on the college baseball lineup. Polson leads the team with a .390 average as he grounds that one over to Curtis at short, who throws over to complete the inning. Nothing across for Maryville, and we head to the bottom of the first. Welcome back as we are in the bottom half of the first inning. Maryville was unable to get anything across as Hicks faced the minimum. And the Scots went 3 up and 3 down. On the hill for the Scots is Christian Polson. Polson is 4-1 on the season and 5 starts with a 2.97 ERA as his first pitch comes in for a strike. Polson has 1 complete game and 7 appearances and 5 starts and 39 and a third innings pitched. He's only allowed 13 earned runs while striking out 20 and walking 11 as his second pitch comes in and finds the inside corner for strike number 2. Tyler Price is up to bat for the Pride to lead off. Price is hitting .298 on the season and has went 36 for 121 and 35 games started as the 0-2 pitch misses outside and low for ball number 1. Comes the pitch and he fouls it back. Price has to call time as Polson's taking a while to get his signs from Hart. And Polson comes set and delivers, and it hits Price. That is the 24th time Price has been hit by a pitch, and that is why he leads the Pride and on-base percentage coming into today's contest. His on-base percentage was .463 while he was hitting .298. He's drawn 17 walks and been hit by pitches now 24 times. He does the job of a leadoff batter and just finds a way to get on base. That is only the second hitter Polson has hit. And Hunter Curtis cannot get the sacrifice bunt down. Instead, he pops it straight up to Tomlinson at third, who makes the play. And that'll bring up Lincoln Hewitt.
Left fielder, Lincoln Hewitt.
Hewitt earlier in the season, all the way back on April 10th, just a couple weeks ago, hit for the cycle at Piedmont International, as Hewitt is hitting .361 on the season and has 18 extra base hits as Polson throws over to keep Price at first. Price has 4 stolen bases on the season. Price has 4 stolen bases on the season, but did not have one yesterday as Hewitt hits it, and it just keeps on drifting, but Lopez in center field is able to make the catch. Price unable to tag up and go as he was
up to bat, number 12, catcher.
Almost
Scotty
at second,
McGuire.
hoping that it would drop. So he retreats back to first, and that'll bring up Scotty McGuire. The wind is moving. The wind is moving a little bit. You can hear it on the broadcast, whipping around as that first pitch catches the outside corner for strike number 1 to McGuire. McGuire's hitting .362 on the year and is 47 for 130 and has played in all but 1 game for Greensboro as the 0-1 pitch, it misses inside to even the count at 1. As Polson throws over. McGuire went 4 for 4 yesterday and scored twice with 4 singles. He was also hit by a pitch he got on base all 5 plate appearances. That pitch misses and makes the count 2-1. McGuire is right behind Price and on base percentage. He's .462 on the season. As that pitch skips in the dirt, and McGuire is ahead 3-1. McGuire has drawn 21 walks and has been hit by a pitch 4 times thus far. As the 3-1 pitch, they're saying hit him, and that's the second hit by pitch this inning. And only the third time Polson has hit a batter this
Number 29, designated hitter, Chance
That'll
Bryant.
bring up the designated hitter, Chance Bryant. Bryant is hitting .306 on the season and has 19 RBIs as he has a runner on second who has taken a healthy lead. And the pitch comes in and misses inside. That is Polson's 13th pitch of this inning. And he's gotten 2 outs, but has runners on first and second with the DH up, who hits it, and it drops into center field. They are sending Price, and he is in safely, and as Scotty McGuire is able to go over to third, and that'll be an RBI single for Chance Bryant. The Pride have taken a 1-0 lead
Up to bat, number 36, center fielder,
with their
Blake Carroll.
first hit of the contest to bring up the center fielder, Blake Carroll. Carroll is hitting .300 on the season with a 30 for 100 season and 19 RBIs. Hoping to match Bryant. And that first pitch catches the inside corner for strike number 1. Home plate umpire is David Epperson today, while on the bases, Greg Lee's on the first base side. And up the middle right now, primarily the third base umpire will be Pat Gentry, as Carroll fouls that one down the left side to make the count 0-2. Runners on first and third, 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch, breaking pitch that he lines foul outside of play. He got a hold of that one, but it was found to stay alive. As Polson comes set and delivers. And Carroll hits it down right field line, and it drops fair. And that will allow McGuire to score and Bryant to take third. And the Pride are taking advantage in this elimination game in the first inning.
Derek Jar.
A couple of hit batters and a couple singles, and the Pride have a 2-0 lead in this loser's bracket contest. As Maryville calls time for the catcher to give signals to the infield. I don't know exactly what you're telling them other than throw to first. There's 2 outs. As Polson comes set and delivers, Carroll takes second on a stolen base. And the pitch was a ball. So 1-0 count, runners on second and third. That may have been what the signals were for. Maryville just telling their middle infielders, hey, we're not going to throw. If we do, cut it off. And there's the 1-0 pitch, comes in for strike number 1. As the wind is whipping around, and the 1-1 pitch finds the zone for strike number 2. Derek Jar up to the plate. Jar is hitting .235 on the season, but has only played in 19 games for the Pride. This is making his 13th start, as the 1-2 pitch is fouled back to stay alive. Jar only has 51 at-bats, but has 12 hits on the season, including 4 extra base hits with 2 home runs and 12 RBIs. And the 1-2 pitch is high for 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch is lined into left field and it'll drop. They're sending Carroll, And the throw at the plate is nowhere close, but Jar gets greedy and gets thrown out at second by about 30 feet, but not before they tackle on two more and take the lead to 4-0. After one inning of play, Greensboro 4, Maryville 0. Welcome back as we are in the top of the second, and Greensboro puts up a 4 spot in the elimination game in the bottom half of the first to take a 4-0 lead over Maryville, as the first pitch from Hicks comes in and is fouled off by Peyton Sawyer. Sawyer comes into the contest hitting .354 on the season and has played in 29 games for the Scots, as the 0-1 count is low for ball number 1. In the winner's bracket contest, Methodist has put up 2 runs in the top of the first, but LaGrange is threatening with the bases loaded and 1 out in the bottom half of the inning. That one may be a contest, as Maryville will try to come back over the next 8 innings to keep their season alive, as the 2-1 pitch misses outside. And the 3-1 pitch jams him up a little bit, and it's drifting foul and out of play to run the count full. Hicks used only 12 pitches to get the 3-up, 3-down inning in the top of the first, and is now up to 17, as this will be the 6th pitch of the at-bat. And the 3-2 count is outside for ball number 4, and that'll send Sawyer over to first base to bring up the third baseman, Mike Holman. Holman on the year is batting .304. He's making his 32nd appearance for the Scots and his 30th start on the season. He's 31 for 102, and with 18 RBIs and 6 extra base hits. As Hicks comes, sets, and fires over to first. Sawyer not getting a big lead over there. Has 2 stolen bases on the year. Maryville, though, has been caught stealing 20 times on the season in 94 attempts, as that ball is flied to center field as Carroll reins it in for the first out of the inning. It'll bring up Eric Hart. Hart is the catcher and is batting .339 on the year, making his 17th start and his 30th appearance, batting 21 for 62 with 16 RBIs. So Maryville is aggressive on the base pass, as the first pitch comes in for strike number 1. They are 74 for 94 on stolen bases, but Sawyer over at first only has 2. And not taking a big lead off of first, but Hicks continues to look over there and throw back to keep him honest. The 0-1 pitch is fly to center field, and it drops in no man's land for the Scots' first base hit of the contest. And that'll move over Sawyer, and you have runners on first and second with only one out as the Scots look to chip into the lead.
Tomlinson.
That'll bring up the first baseman, Joey Tomlinson. Tomlinson is hitting .306 on the season with going 19 for 62, making only his 25th appearance and 20th start. Tomlinson has 9 RBIs on the year with only 19 hits, and one of those was a home run. As Hicks comes set and delivers. That pitch misses high for ball number 1. And that pitch misses outside for ball number 3. 3-0 count, runners on first and second with only one out. If you do walk him, that brings up Colton Hicks. Hicks is only batting .200 on the season, as that one finds the strike zone for the first strike of the at-bat. As that pitch is fouled off of him to run the count full. It looks like he didn't even feel it, as he just steps out of the box to readjust his batting gloves and do his rituals before he steps back in. And the 3-2 pitch gets him swinging, and runner at second has to hold up, but they will turn the double play. Curtis to Rodriguez to Jar to get out of the inning. And the Pride hold on for a 4-0 lead heading into the second. Welcome back to the elimination game of the first elimination game of the USA South baseball tournament. As the Greensboro Pride jumped out to a early lead over Maryville 4-0. And in the other game, LaGrange was able to jump out to a 2-0 lead as that ball finds its way to the right field fence, and he's going for 3, and he is there with a lead-off triple. Tim Osborne leads it off with a triple to the right fielder. That'll bring up Jacob Rodriguez.
Up to bat, number 13, second baseman, Jacob Rodriguez.
That is only the second triple Polson has given up this year, and that'll end the day for Polson. when we get back, we will have more information on the new pitcher and with stats and Polson's final line. Welcome back as we are in the bottom of the second. I've already had a pitching change. Christian Polson did not make it through the lineup one time. He will move to the DH as Zach Messenger will come into the 10 spot and pitch. Messenger is 3-3 on the season with making his 11th appearance. He does have one save with a 3.18 ERA and 22 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed only 8 runs. As his first pitch hits the dirt and Hart is able to block it to keep Osborne at third. Osborne started off the inning with a leadoff triple, and Polson is responsible for him on the base pass right now as the second pitch misses low and outside for ball number 2 to run the count 2-0. Polson allowed 4 hits and 4 runs, and while hitting 2 batters as well, and lasted just an inning and a batter as the 2-0 pitch misses high for ball number 3. It's just above the letters. So Jacob Rodriguez is up to the bat with a 3-0 count. Rodriguez leads the Pride with a .370 batting average as that pitch finds the inside corner for strike number 1. Rodriguez has 16 RBIs on the year, and you'd think all he has to do is get it to the outfield to pick up his 17th as Messenger comes set and delivers and gets him swinging for strike number 2. So full count, no outs with runner on third. And Rodriguez trying to pick up his 48th hit of the season. The 3-2 pitch, fouls, and it stayed foul as it looked like it might curve back into fair territory, but it stayed foul, and Rodriguez looked like a National League pitcher just tipping it away to stay alive. As Messenger gets the signs and comes set and delivers. And gets him swinging for out number 1 and hit in the Scots' first strikeout of the contest. But that'll take it back to the top of the lineup with Tyler Price. Price was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat for the 24th time this season. And that leads the Division III NCAA in the nation as Messenger comes set and delivers and gets the breaking ball to find the strike zone to get ahead. The 0-1 pitch finds the outside corner for strike number 2. Price has 18 RBIs on the year. Looking to add to it with Osborne, who led off the inning with a leadoff triple that prompted the pitching change for the Scots as the next pitch misses low. 1-2. Messenger comes set and jams him with the breaking ball, and he fouls it off to keep the count 1-2. As Messenger comes sets and fires and skips the dirt on Hart, but Hart able to make the stop to keep the count 2-2 and keep Osborne over at third. It was Osborne's first triple of the year and only his second extra base hit on the season. As he gets him swinging and skips in the dirt, and the catcher will throw over to first to complete the play. The second out.
Up to bat, number 1, shortstop, Hunter Curtis.
Messenger has thrown a pretty steady stream of breaking balls, and some of his pitches are pretty nasty, as that one looked good and just dumped out to the bottom of the plate there at the very end. As the fastball comes in and catches the outside corner for strike number 1 to Hunter Curtis. Curtis is 0 for 1 on the day as he popped out trying to sacrifice himself to the first baseman earlier in the first inning, and right field was playing pretty shallow, and Sawyer ranges over and makes the catch to end the inning. So Greensboro gets the leadoff man on with a triple, but could get nothing with it, and the Pride lead 4-0 after 2 innings. Welcome back as we are in the third inning, and Greensboro leads Maryville 4-0 in the elimination contest, the first one of this tournament. On the winners bracket, Methodist has been able to add a run in the bottom of the second to cut LaGrange's lead in half, 2-1, as Hicks' first pitch misses high. Colton Hicks, the batter, was able to show butt but pull back as Will Hicks, the pitcher, comes, sets, and delivers, and misses low for ball number 2. And the 2-0 pitch misses outside for ball number 3. He had a leadoff walk he gave up a leadoff walk to start the second, but was able to keep the runner from scoring, as that is the second straight inning he has had a leadoff walk.
Up to bat, number 4, second baseman, Logan
And that'll bring
Hayes.
up Logan Hayes. Hayes is hitting .254 on the season. Hayes has played in 36 contests for the Scots, making his 34th start. And is 32 for 126 as the first pitch gets in there for strike number 1. Hayes is a little bit of pop as he has 6 doubles, 3 triples, and 2 home runs. As he grounds that one over to short, and Curtis tosses to Rodriguez and throws over to Jar for the 6-4-3 double play. That is the Pride's second double play of the contest, as they got out of the inning. They got out of last inning with it.
Up to bat, number 1, center fielder, Gabe Lopez.
So far, Will Hicks has given up 2 leadoff walks the second and third innings, and has been able to keep them from scoring. And the second, it was Joey Tomlinson grounding into a 6-4-3 double play for the Scots to end the inning, before Hayes grounded into this one for the second out. Gabe Lopez is up to bat. Lopez was a strikeout victim in the top of the first, as he fouls that one back for strike number 2. Hicks comes set to deliver the 0-2 count out of the windup and misses high for ball number 1. The 1-2 pitch misses the exact same spot, 2-2 count with 2 outs. As Lopez just looks to keep the inning alive so that the Scots can chip into the contest. And he hits it off of a check swing, and McGuire quick to jump on it and throw over to Jar to end the inning. Scots get a leadoff walk, but nothing comes of it, as the Pride lead 4-0 through 2.5 innings of play. Welcome back, as we are in the home half of the third with Greensboro leading Maryville 4-0 in this elimination game. And Lincoln Hewitt is the leadoff batter for the Pride. He's 0 for 1 as he flew out to the center fielder back in the first. Messenger comes, sets, and delivers, and misses outside for ball number 1. Yes. Messenger gets set to deliver and gets Hewitt to swing through for strike number 2, or for strike number 1. pitch. Messenger going from the stretch on all batters. As Hewitt fouls that one out to run the count even. Messenger comes set. Misses outside for ball number 3 to run the count full. They may have been trying to get Hewitt to chase, but he keeps a steady eye and just watches it go by. That's the 3-2 count, and he gets him swinging. Messenger has come in and been effective as he's gotten the first 4 batters he's faced out with 3 strikeouts, and that'll bring up Scotty McGuire, who was hit by a pitch in the first and later came around to score on a Blake Carroll RBI single. As the first pitch on strike zone, makes the count 0-1. One pitch, misses low for ball number 1. As Messenger settles and gives him the breaking pitch that finds its way up the middle. Hayes was able to collect it, but right after he collides with Hicks, who was diving, and everybody appears to be okay as Hayes is walking it off. The umpire, Pat Gentry, over at third, promptly called time
to
29,
designated hitter, Chance Bryant.
Give him some time, but that'll go as an infield single for Scotty McGuire. Hayes is all right, so we will continue on, and that'll bring up Chance Bryant, who's 1 for 1 with an RBI single. That scored Tyler Price as the first pitch misses low and outside for ball number 1. Messenger getting the sign, comes set and fires. And misses high for ball number 2. Runner on first, 2 out. Runner on first, 1 out, 2-0 count. As Messenger delivers, and Bryant fouls it straight back. Messenger looking over at first, delivers, and gets the breaking ball to fall in for strike number 2 and run the count even. Messenger continues to look over at McGuire over on first, who has not stolen a base this year and hasn't even attempted to thus far, as he throws over. McGuire's not getting a very big lead off of first, but Messenger is concerned about the runner. And delivers. Bryant catches a foul tip to keep the count even. Messenger will step off. Messenger gets sets and delivers. And a breaking pitch Bryant wanted to go for it, but could not, and it skips away from Hart, the catcher, and McGuire will advance on a stolen base. McGuire was taking off, so you have to think a hit-and-run situation was in place, but Bryant wisely held up his swing, and the ball skips away just enough. And on the 3-2 count, Bryant will get hit.
Up to bat, number 36, center fielder Blake Carroll.
So runners on first and second with only one out. Messenger settles, and Carroll gets a hold of one, and that's going back, but the left fielder Pearson will range over and make the catch for the second out of the inning to bring up Derek Jar. Jar is 1 for 1 on the day, but
Up to bat, number 34,
was thrown out at second
Derek
trying to
Jar.
get greedy. He had a 2 RBI single and was caught on the base path trying to get to second. And Messenger finds the outside corner for strike number 1. As the 0-1 pitch misses for ball number 1. One pitch misses inside for ball number 2. Jar was 1 for 5 yesterday with an RBI, and now has 3 RBIs in the tournament. In the other contest, Methodist found a way to scrape another run and tie LaGrange up at 2 as they're in the top of the third with 1 out. Jar hits one over to Hayes, who throws over to Tomlinson to end the inning. Greensboro gets 2 runners on, but couldn't get anything of it as they lead 4-0 heading into the 4th. Welcome back to Game 5 of the USA South Baseball Tournament as Greensboro has a 4-0 lead over Maryville College. Coming into the top of the 4th, leading off for Maryville is Wesley Pearson. Pearson is 0 for 1 with a ground out to second earlier as he takes the first pitch foul. 0-1 pitch. Pearson sends it straight back and falls in for a single, as Curtis was trying to make the catch but was not able to come down with it as it
Up to
came
bat,
down in center
number
field
11, Christian
to bring
Paulson.
up Christian Polson. Polson came into the contest leading the Scots in batting average and on base percentage. He was the starting pitcher but was also in the 10 slot, was in the 3 slot as the designated hitter and was in the 10 slot as the pitcher. So when he came out to pitch, he was able to stay in the lineup as the DH, and he looks to advance Pearson as the first pitch missed and the second pitch finds the inside corner for strike number 1. And Hicks comes set, and Polson lays down the bunt for Hicks, and Hicks throws over to Jar. As that will go down as a 1-3 sacrifice bunt to advance Pearson over and bring up Peyton Sawyer.
Up to bat, number 8, right fielder, Peyton Sawyer.
Sawyer reached on a base on balls in his first plate appearance. And he's the first pitch he sees. Rolls it over to Rodriguez, who throws over to Jar for the second out of the inning, but Pearson advances an extra 90
Up to bat,
feet
number 21, third baseman,
for Mike Holman. Holman has 18 RBIs on the season. Looks to add to that total with a runner on third and 2 outs as Hicks delivers and misses low and outside for ball 1. Skipped the dirt, and McGuire had to backhand it to keep Pearson at third. As the 1-0 pitch comes in for strike number 1, and the count runs even. And the 1-1 pitch gets him swinging as Holman falls behind of Hicks, 1-2. As the 1-2 pitch comes in, no time was called. I did not see the umpire grant time until after the pitch, but he stepped out, but I did not see the umpire grant time until after the pitch, but time was called. The 1-2 pitch misses outside for the 2-2 count. The one pitch looked really well, and I have seen somebody get rung up this year for stepping out too soon, thinking time was granted, but the 2-2 pitch nonetheless hits the dirt to run the count full. Holman flew out to center in his first at bat. And in his second one, the full count is foul, and he'll run it again. Holman is pointing to the catcher like there should have been catcher's interference. I did not hear a bat hit the glove, and neither did plate umpire David Epperson as the 7th pitch of the at-bat comes. And Holman hits it to a straightaway center, and Carroll comes up with the catch. So the Scots get a leadoff single, but nothing comes of it as the Pride continues to lead 4-0 through 3.5 innings. Welcome back to the home half of the fourth
Number 3,
inning,
right
where
fielder,
Greensboro
Tim Osborne.
has a 4-0 lead over the Maryville College Scots. Messenger out for his third inning of relief work. He's allowed just a hit and hit a batter, but he struck out 3. He came in the second after Tim Osborne hit a leadoff triple and was able to hold him on the base pass, not allow him to score, as Messenger comes set and delivers. And Osborne, again, the first pitch he sees, hits a leadoff single, and he is halfway through the cycle with a triple and a single to bring up Jacob Rodriguez. Rodriguez was the first batter Zach Messenger
Rodriguez
faced, and Rodriguez hit 370 on the season and coming in, and Rodriguez struck out swinging back in the second. And the pitch comes, and Rodriguez, I thought, laid a beautiful bunt, but they're saying it must have hit him in the box. It died right in front of home plate, and Hart was quick to jump on it, but home plate umpire David Epperson calls it a foul ball. The Maryville coach comes out to ask a question, and home plate umpire says that it hit the bat for the second time while he was still in the box. As Messenger comes set and throws over to first to keep Osborne over there close to the bag. Osborne does have 4 stolen bases on the year and is tied for 4th in that category for the team, as Rodriguez lays down a good bunt and falls and is tagged out.
Up to bat, number 9, third baseman,
To
Tyler
advance
Price.
Osborne. Rodriguez retreated back and slipped in the infield grass running, and that allowed Tomlinson to be able to just place the tag ever so gently on him to bring the prime top of the order back up, as Price is 0 for 1 as he struck out back in the second and was hit by a pitch in the first. Messenger looks back at Osborne over on second, delivers the pitch, and that finds the letters for strike number 1. In the winner's bracket, Methodist has taken a 3-2 lead over LaGrange in the bottom of the third with 2 on and 2 outs. Over here, there's a runner on second and an 0-1 count as Price grounds it over to Hayes for the second out of the inning. So runner on third, 2 outs as Greensboro leads 4-0.
Shortstop, Hunter
And
Curtis.
that brings up Hunter Curtis, who is 0 for 2 on the day. Curtis popped out to Tomlinson at first for the first out of the first inning before flying out to the right fielder Sawyer to end the second. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that Curtis just swings right through for the 0-1 count. Messenger set, and the breaking ball is hit to Hayes, and it bounces, and he is still able to throw the runner out. It was a bang-bang play, and the Greensboro coach immediately goes to first base umpire Greg Lee and is in his face and continues to argue the play. And first base umpire is just sort of sitting there with his arm out, shrugging his shoulder, and that'll end the confrontation. But the inning is over, and Greensboro leads 4-0 after 4 innings of play. Welcome back as we are in the top of the fifth. Greensboro has a 4-0 lead over the Scots
Up to bat, number
with
25, catcher
Hart
Eric
Tomlinson
Hart.
and Colton Hicks due up for the Scots. Hart is 1 for 1 as he got the first hit of the contest for Maryville, but was put out on Tomlinson's 6-4-3 double play to end the second. As the first pitch, Hart was taking all the way and finds the strike zone for strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch misses just low for ball number 1. And the 1-1 pitch is flied into left, and Hewitt makes the grab for out number 1.
Up to bat, number 35, first baseman Joey Tomlinson.
That'll bring up Joey Tomlinson. Tomlinson grounded into the double play to end the second inning earlier in the contest. As the first pitch is a ball, as the press box gods have delivered our food for in between games, and the 1-0 pitch comes in and finds the strike zone to run the count even. And the 1-1 pitch misses low for ball number 2. Greensboro has kept the Scots at bay. Maryville has only 2 hits on the contest and has only had 4 base runners through 5 innings as the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. And Hicks misses outside to run the count full. Maryville's really settled down after a 4-run first inning that they gave up. The Tomlinson skies that one into right center. The right fielder, Osborne, makes the play for out number 2. That'll bring up Colton Hicks, who
up to bat,
drew a walk to lead off the third,
Colton
but it was quickly
Hicks.
negated as when Logan Hayes grounded into the second double play for the Pride. Greensboro had jumped out to a quick 4-0 lead, got a leadoff triple to start the second inning, but has been unable to put anything across since the first. That's that first pitch missed for the 1-0 count. And the 1-0 pitch is a strike on the inside corner. And Will Hicks has used a cool, calm, and collective 61 pitches to get through 4 2/3 innings as he gets Colton Hicks swinging for strike number 2. And the 1-2 pitch is grounded right back to him, and Will Hicks will throw over to Jar to complete the inning. So the second 3-up and 3-down inning for the Scots as the Pride lead 4-0 after the top of the fifth. still. Welcome back to the home half of the fifth, where Lincoln Hewitt is leading off for the Pride. Hewitt is 0 for 2 on the day as he struck out swinging in the third and flew out to center in the first as he swings past that one for the first strike of the inning. Messenger has come in and has really shut down the Pride bats. He's only allowed 2 hits and 3 base runners as the second pitch misses outside for ball number 1. Messenger has used 45 pitches and has been effective with 3 strikeouts as the second pitch misses low for ball number 2. Messenger came in after Christian Paulson gave up a leadoff triple in the second and 4 runs in the first. As Paulson's final line was an inning plus a batter pitched, 3 hits, 4 runs, all earned, no walks and no strikeouts, but he did hit 2 batters as the 3-1 pitch finds the outside corner to run the count full. Messenger gets the sign and comes settled. And the payoff pitch is ball number 4 for Hewitt. It is the
Up to bat, number 12, catcher Scotty McGuire.
This is the 4th time in 5 innings that the Pride have gotten the leadoff batter to come around to score, but they've only been able to get anything across in the first. Scotty McGuire is 1 for 1 on the day with a hit by pitch and is 5 for 5 in this tournament so far. The first pitch finds strike number 1. You may have a football score over in the other game as LaGrange now has runners on first and third with only 1 out, and Methodist leading 5-2 in only the top of the 4th. As Messenger comes settled and throws back over to Hewitt. Hewitt, the left fielder, does have 8 stolen bases on the season and is second on the team in the category, and has only been caught once, as the Pride have only been caught 6 times in 45 attempts. And the second pitch is a strike, but it hits the dirt, and Hart had to pick it, and Hewitt will advance to second on a wild pitch. Hewitt held up, but once he saw it hit the dirt, he broke, and Hart was unable to gun him down, as you now have a runner on second with nobody out. And McGuire looking to add to his hit total in this tournament. And the second pitch skips in on Hart as well, and that will easily advance Hewitt to advance to third for the first ball of the at-bat. And Messenger still ahead, 1-2 on the count, but has had a couple wild pitches to allow Hewitt to advance over to third. As Messenger gets the sign from catcher Eric Hart and comes set and delivers, and the 1-2 pitch will go down as a pass ball. It did not hit the dirt, but Hart was unable to get to it. And that'll be the 5th run of the ball game for Greensboro. The Pride have been able to get 5 runs on 6 hits with a trio of hit by pitches. It 2-2 pitch is fouled just over the first base dugout. comes the pitch, and it misses inside for ball number 3. McGuire definitely thought that that was a beautiful pitch, as did most everybody else, as he began to walk out towards the dugout. Home plate umpire called it ball number 3 to run the count full. And McGuire pops that one up into shallow right field, and Hayes will make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Up to bat, number 29, designated hitter, Chance Bryant.
Bring up Chance Bryant. Chance Bryant is 1 for 1 with a single, and he was hit by a pitch in the third. He had the RBI that scored Tyler Price to get the runs started for the Pride, all the way back in the first. Messenger settles, and it hits the bat of Bryant, who held up, but hits the bat for the foul ball to run the count 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is hard grounder straight to Hicks, who was able to throw over to Tomlinson for the 6-3 putout. That'll bring up Blake Carroll.
Up to bat, number 36, center fielder, Blake Carroll.
Blake Carroll is 1 for 2 with an RBI. He flew out to left field in his third inning. As Messenger comes settled and skips it in the dirt with a 1-0 count. Hart has had to labor a little bit in this inning. He's had 2 wild pitches and a pass ball, and Hart got a hold of one, but it's foul. Makes the count 1-1. And 1-1 pitch is low and outside as Carroll gets ahead of Messenger with a 2-1 count. Comes the 2-1 pitch, and Carroll gets a hold of it and sends it down the left field line, and it drops fair. He will be credited with a single as Pearson was able to, as Pearson misplayed the ball and allowed Carroll to advance to third. And then we'll get a single and an error. And that'll bring up Derek
Number
Jarr.
34, first baseman, Derek Jarr.
Derek Jarr is 1 for 2 in the contest with a pair of RBIs. As Jarr will be looking for his 13th RBI of the season. 2 outs, runner on third. Thanks to an error in the first pitch, finds the letters for strike number 1. Greensboro has pieced together 7 hits in the contest, while their pitching has been effective, holding Maryville to just 2 hits and 4 base runners. The 0-1 pitch is popped straight up in the infield, and Tomlinson calls everybody off and makes the catch to complete the play, but not before the Pride tack on one more to extend their lead to 5, and they lead 5-0 as we head into the 6th. Welcome back to the top of the sixth, where Greensboro leads Maryville 5-0 in this elimination game in the USA South baseball tournament. Hayes, Lopez, and Pearson up for the Scots as Hicks goes out for his 6th inning of work and finds the strike zone for strike number 1. And the 0-1 pitch misses high as Hayes had to duck down to avoid it, and the count is now 1-1. Hicks delivers, and Hayes hits it to center field, but Carroll is camped out underneath it and makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring the top of the order back up for the Scots, and Gabe Lopez. Lopez is 0 for 2 on the day as he struck out swinging and grounded out to the catcher earlier in the contest.
Gabe Lopez.
So 1 out, nobody on for the top of the lineup, and Lopez almost had that sort of same contact earlier. The little check swing that he couldn't pull back, and the first pitch is fouled off for strike number 1. And Hicks comes from the windup, and Lopez hits it up, and the center fielder calls everybody off, and Carroll makes the catch for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up
to bat,
Wesley Pearson.
Number 27, left fielder, Wesley Pearson.
Pearson is 1 for 2 on the day. He had a single in the 4th for one of Maryville's 2 hits and grounded out to second in the 1st inning. Hicks has went through 5 2/3 thus far, and his first pitch misses low and inside as we are looking at pitch number 70 coming up. 1-0 pitch is outside for ball number 2, and Hicks falls behind the batter 2-0. Here comes the pitch, and it finds the outside corner for strike number 1. And the 2-1 pitch is popped straight up to the left side of the infield, and Price makes the catch at third to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Scots for the second straight inning, and the Pride lead 5-0 after 5.5. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Greensboro and Maryville
To bat, number 3, right
contest.
fielder,
Greensboro up ahead in the bottom of the 6th, 5-0. Maryville had their chance yesterday to get into the winner's bracket. They were up 4-0 to Methodist before Methodist came back and won the contest 8-6. Greensboro, on the other hand, they jumped out to an early lead and then lost it and tied it up to at 5 with a Tyler Price 2-run home run. But LaGrange was able to win the contest 9-7 as the 1-0 pitch was fouled off of Osborne. Osborne 2 for 2 with a triple and a single. And is looking to add to those totals. And 1-1 pitch misses high for ball number 2. And Messenger has thrown 67 pitches through 4 innings of work. And the 2-1 pitch finds the outside corner to run the count even at 2. Two count, misses just outside to run the count full. Full count gets him swinging, and Osborne is put out for the first time today. Struck out swinging and brings up Jacob Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 0 for 1 in the contest. He struck out swinging back in the second and hit a sacrifice bunt in the 4th. As Messenger gets settled and delivers. And Rodriguez fouls it back for strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch misses inside, and it's now 1-1 as Messenger gets settled and delivers. And it catches the inside corner, and Rodriguez falls behind 1-2. Pitch gets him to line it, and it gets just past the third baseman Holman's glove as he was trying to reach for it. And it reaches just past and gets into left field for the 1-out single.
Up to that, number 9, third baseman Tyler Price.
We'll bring up Tyler Price. Tyler Price is 0 for 2 on the day, but was hit by a pitch and came around to score in the 1st. Later on in the day, here at Point University, you have Piedmont, who was upset by the Covenant Scots 7-2, and will take on Huntington, who lost to NC Wesleyan 3-2 in an elimination game as Price fouls that one down the third base line. In the winners bracket, you have Covenant and NC Wesleyan playing at LaGrange College at 1:30. The second game here at Point is scheduled to begin at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Messenger comes set on the 0-1 count and delivers. And that one hit off the mound, hit off the base, and that will allow Price to single and Rodriguez to go around to third. Rodriguez looked like he was going to go on the pitch, but held up,
to base.
And it went
Number
off the
1,
mound and
shortstop,
hit off the
Hunter
very
Curtis.
top of the base and popped into center field for the 9th hit for Greensboro in this contest, and that'll prompt a mound visit from the Maryville coach. He's looking down towards the bullpen. The entire infield is coming in. And Messenger has lasted 4 1/3 innings so far. Messenger has allowed 5 hits through 4 1/3 innings thus far, and has only given up 1 earned run in the last inning. He's been able to strike out 4, though, in his work. And the coach is out there having a long conversation with his infield. And that'll be charged as a mound visit to Maryville. It is their first mound visit and their first with the coach. And promptly right after the mound visit, the catcher calls time to give his infield some signs. And the runner from first goes, and the pitch was a ball. The catcher sort of got caught in his mitt, and then he faked to throw to second, and that allowed Price to slide into second with the stolen base. Price is taking a hefty lead off of second and nearly halfway to third as the 1-0 pitch finds the inside corner for strike number 1. Price over there trying to tell his hitter the location of the pitches or where the catcher is set up to give Curtis some help as the 1-1 pitch misses low and outside for ball number 2. Messenger settles and delivers the 2-1 pitch, and it catches the outside corner for strike number 2. And it's 2-2 with 2 runners on and 1 out in the 6th, and that one skips almost before it even hits the dirt of the home plate circle, and it's a full count. Hart has had to labor the past couple of innings blocking pitches in the dirt and trying to keep runners at bay. And Messenger comes set, and the breaking ball's hit to third at Holman, who throws home and catches him in a rundown. 5-2 to 6-1, and he is put out at home, but that allows the runners to advance. 5-2, 6-1 on the putout, and Curtis will reach on a fielder's choice.
Up to bat, number 16, left fielder, Lincoln Hewitt.
So 2 outs, runners on second and third, as Curtis was able to take second and Price third in the rundown. That'll bring up Hewitt, who is 0 for 2 today, who drew a walk and came around to score in the 5th on a pair of wild pitches and a passed ball. But Messenger also was able to get Hewitt to strike out swinging in the 3rd. First pitch of the at-bat skips in the dirt in the left-handed batter's box. Makes the count 1-0. Messenger settles with the 1-0 pitch, comes, and Hewitt gets a hold of it, but the center fielder ranges over, and Lopez makes a diving catch to end the inning. Greensboro gets a pair of hits, but leaves runners stranded on second and third as we go into the final third of the ballgame. Greensboro 5, Maryville 0. Welcome back to Point
Up to bat, number
University
11, designated hitter,
and Scott Hawk
Christian
Field in
Polson.
West Point, Georgia, as the Greensboro Pride lead the Maryville Scots 5-0 in the top of the 7th. Will Hicks, the pitcher, has went the first 6 innings and allowed just 2 hits as the first pitch catches the outside corner for strike number 1. He is facing the original starting pitcher for Maryville, Christian Polson, who became the DH after he was taken out, and he grounds out to short for the first out.
Up to bat, number 8, right fielder, Peyton Sawyer.
Hicks has retired the last 10 batters he's faced, and he is on a little bit of a roll coming into the top of the 7th. After the leadoff ground out, that brings up Peyton Sawyer, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk. The first pitch of the at-bat misses inside for ball number 1. Maryville has only had 4 base runners in the contest, and Hicks has really made the Maryville hitters work. As the 1-0 pitch was fouled off. 1-1 pitch is hit over to the right side of the infield where Rodriguez will field it and throw over. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Nick Holman comes up to bat. He's flying out to center a couple of times.
Up to bat, number 21, third baseman,
0 for 2
Mike
on the day.
Coleman.
Hicks gets the first pitch. His 78th pitch in the strike zone. And gets the 0-1 pitch to find the strike zone for strike number 2. As we get ready for Hicks's 80th pitch of the ballgame. And the 0-2 pitch misses outside for ball number 1. Hicks gets settled and from the windup throws the pitch. And home plate umpire rings him up looking. And Hicks has now retired 12 straight batters through the 7th, and he is on a roll as the Pride lead Maryville 5-0. Welcome back as we are in the home half of the 7th, and Greensboro leads Maryville 5-0 in this elimination game. Scotty McGuire is leading off the contest for leading off the inning for the Pride. McGuire is 1 for 2 with a single and was hit by a pitch in the first inning. He flew out to second in his last at bat as the first pitch catches the strike zone for strike number 1. And Messenger out for his 6th inning of work and gets McGuire to swing through for strike number 2. Messenger settles and delivers. Misses high for ball number 1. Messenger has allowed just the 1 run in the 5th, as Colson allowed 4 runs in the first and is in line for the loss at the moment. And Maryville is looking to keep their season alive in the final 2 innings as the Pride look to add on to their lead here in the 7th. As the 2-2 pitch misses outside for ball number 3 and runs the game full. The 3-2 pitch. McGuire hits the low pitch, and Holman was able to field and throw to Tomlinson to complete the putout. And that'll bring up Chance Bryant.
Up to
1
bat,
for 2. He singled to Kim around to score with an
Chance
RBI
Bryant.
in the first. He was hit by pitch in the second. Methodist remains the 5-2 lead in the top of the 7th. But LaGrange does have a runner on first with only 1 away. And the winner's bracket side, as Messenger's first pitch to Bryant misses low. The 1-0 pitch, and Bryant gets a hold of it down the third base line, but Holman fields and throws over to Tomlinson for the second stray batter. And Blake Carroll is now up to the plate. Carroll is
Up to bat, number 36.
2 for
center
3
fielder,
with an
Blake
RBI
Carroll.
and a pair of singles. He flew out to left field in the third. As Messenger gets settled for the first pitch to Carroll, and it misses outside for ball number 1. Messenger sets and delivers the 1-0 pitch, and it hits Carroll, and he's shaken up a little bit as he immediately stepped out of the box. And quickly
Up to bat, number 34.
jogs down to
first
first.
baseman, Derek Jar.
I'll bring up Derek Jar. Jar is 0 for 3 on the day with a single in the first that scored 2, but was out trying to stretch it into a double. As Messenger asked home plate umpire if he might have swung, and Hart is going out there to talk to him to burn a mound visit. And Hicks is even joining the party out there on the mound, just trying to calm him down. Whole plate umpire is letting him talk a little bit. And Hart is finally retreating back to home plate, and that burns Maryville's second mound visit. Sconce have 4 remaining in what could just be inning and a third left of pitching work. As Messenger gets set and throws over to first, and not in time. Messenger may feel like the runner at first should not be there, and he's a little bit frustrated. Just throwing over there to keep Carroll honest. Carroll has 10 stolen bases on the year, and Messenger throws back over there. Carroll is taking a somewhat healthy lead. He has 10 stolen bases on the year and has not been caught yet. So they're just trying to keep him honest. As the first pitch to Osborne, or to Jar, looked like a pitch out, and it's now, and the count runs 1-0. They are concerned about Carroll on the base path over here. And the next pitch comes in for a strike to even the count at 1. And Messenger throws back. Messenger's keeping a close eye on Carroll, and he finally comes set and delivers to Jar with another pitch out. And the catcher does not, fakes a throw over to first to get him scrambling back, and that makes the count 2-1. If you're Messenger, you want to get the out here. You do not want to face Tim Osborne, who is 2 for 3 with a single and a triple. And that pitch misses low and in the dirt. And as soon as it hit the dirt, Carroll tried to advance, thinking it was going to get past, but was unable. And Hart is able to throw him out to end the inning as the Pride lead 5-0 after 7.
Catcher Eric Hart.
And we are back here in the top of the 8th. The Scots are down to the final 6 outs of their season, as this is an elimination game. Maryville has Hart, Tomlinson, and Colton Hicks due up, but Will Hicks has retired 12 straight batters, going back to Christian Polson back in the 4th. Hart is 1 for 2 on the day. He singled and has one of the Scots' 2 hits back in the second as that pitch misses for ball number 1. And then he flew out to the left fielder in the 5th. And the 1-1 pitch misses outside for ball number 2. That is Hicks' 84th pitch. And you have to wonder how long of a leash he'll have as the pitch count gets up there. As the next pitch is lined up the middle past a diving Rodriguez, and that is the first hit for Maryville since the fourth inning, and the first batter that's reached since Wesley Pearson back in the fourth.
Up to bat, number 35, first baseman, Joey
Brings
Tomlinson.
up Joey Tomlinson. Tomlinson grounded into a double play in his first at bat. Flew out to Osborne over and right on the second one. Up, and the shortstop comes in and makes and Hicks' first pitch to Colton Hicks misses outside for ball number 1. Colton Hicks is 0 for 1. He drew a walk back in the third and is one of Maryville's 5 base runners now in the contest, as that pitch must have missed inside for ball number 2. And we see some movement over in the Greensboro bullpen as that pitch paints the outside corner for strike number 1. The 2-1 pitch is fouled off and runs the count even at 2. Greensboro is looking to get out of this inning with nothing across for the Scots. Maryville has 3 hits in the contest, and Colton Hicks just made it 4 as he hit one through the left side of the infield, and that will advance Hart to second. It is only the 3rd runner Maryville has had in scoring position.
Up to bat, number 4, second baseman,
Peyton Sawyer was
Logan
stranded at
Hayes.
second in the second. Wesley Pearson was stranded at third in the fourth. And that'll bring up Logan Hayes, who is 0 for 2. He grounded into a 6-4-3 walk in the third and flew out to Carroll Field. And on Jar on Hicks. Hicks is able to just get a kind of 1-0, and the 5-0, 7.5. Welcome back as we are in the home half of the 8th for the contest between the Maryville Scots and the Greensboro Pride. This is an elimination game, and Maryville is down to their final 3 outs when we get back to the top of the 9th. Derek Jar, Tim Osborne, and Jacob Rodriguez up to bat for the Pride as Jar swings straight through strike number 1. LaGrange is still Methodist 5-2 in the winners bracket action in the top of the 8th, but they do have a runner on second with 2 outs. As the 0-1 pitch is high and inside for ball number 1. 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball that's sent foul, but it was hit away for strike number 2. front of us behind home plate. And you can see Messenger's jersey flopping around on the mound as the 1-2 pitch misses low for ball number 2. 2-2 count, nobody out, nobody on. As Char looks to lead off the inning and is rung up looking. Beautiful breaking ball catches the inside corner, and that is the first out of the inning.
Up to bat, number 3, right fielder Tim Osborne.
That is Messenger's 5th strikeout of the contest. It's the first batter he's gotten to look. And that brings up Tim Osborne. Tim Osborne is 2 for 3 on the contest with a triple and single. He struck out swinging in his last at bat, and that pitch paints the outside corner for strike number 1. And Messenger gets settled and delivers and gets strike number 2. And Messenger gets set and delivers, and it misses high for ball number 1. Count is 1-2. And that pitch misses low to make the count even at 2-2. Two pitch is hit foul. As count remains even. Osborne grounds out to Hicks to get the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Jacob Rodriguez. Rodriguez is
up to bat, number 13,
1 for 2, and
Jacob
he
Rodriguez.
was put out on a fielder's choice, and the 6 trying to get home and struck out in the second. And so first pitch is hit back to the pitcher, and it went off his glove, and Hicks came in and got there but couldn't quite make the play, so Rodriguez will get a base hit, and that'll be the Pride's 10th hit of the contest. That'll bring up the top of the order and Tyler Pride yet again. Pride is 1 for 3. He was hit by a pitch and later came around to score in the first to get the scoring started for Greensboro. As the first pitch finds the strike zone for strike number 1. Pitch is sawed off and foul for makes the count 0-2. LaGrange was able to add on one more, and they only trail Methodist 5-3 now on the top of the 8th. With runners on the corner with 2 outs. As here the Pride lead 5-0 over the Scots in this elimination game as Messenger throws over to keep Rodriguez at first. Rodriguez has 7 stolen bases on the season. the third highest for Greensboro. But he's also been caught stealing one time, one of the 6 Pride that have been caught this season. And Messenger throws over again. The 0-2 pitch is a pitch out, and Rodriguez went and still snagged the bag, and that'll be Rodriguez's 8th stolen base on the season, tying him with Hunter Curtis for the 2nd highest total on the team. The Scots saw it coming, but still could not stop it as the pitch out was not enough. And Messenger comes set and delivers, and the 1-2 pitch is fouled off towards the Maryville dugout. A 1-2 pitch misses low for ball number 2 and runs the count even. Two count with 2 outs and a runner on second. As Tyler Prince hits one over to right field. Sawyer running back, the wind playing trouble, and Sawyer's able to make the catch. So Greensboro gets a runner in scoring position, but unable to do anything with it, as the Scots are going over for the final 3 outs of their season, and Greensboro leads 5-0. Welcome back as we are in the top of the 9th, and Maryville's down to their final 3 outs. We have a pinch hitter for Gabe Lopez, number 23, Jake Peterson. And Peterson watches strike number 1 go by as the Scots are down to the final 3 outs of their season. The 0-1 pitch misses for ball number 1, and the count is even. Maryville's been limited to just 4 hits in the contest as Peterson hits that one on the right side of the infield, and Rodriguez is able to make the catch for out number 1. And And 19 is pinch hitting for Maryville. Wynn Allen is hitting 111 on the season. And
pinch hitting for the Scots, number 19, Hayden Hollingsworth.
Sorry, correction. I cannot read the stat sheet. Number 19 is Hayden Hollingsworth. Hayden is hitting 146 on the season and is 7 for 48 on the season. And the The 2-0 pitch finds the strike zone. And the 2-1 pitch finds the strike zone to run the count even. And Hicks is going for the complete game as that was his 100th pitch. And Hollingsworth hits it out of play foul. Jar was giving chase, but ran out of room, and count remains even at 2. And the 2-2 pitch misses to run the count full.
Hey, hammer this one now. Let's go.
And he fouls off the 6th pitch of the at-bat as we get ready for the 7th. Maryville down to their final 2 outs. And he hits that one into center field for a pinch hit single. The Scots are showing some life with 1 out. And Polson will remain in the game and hit. Polson is 0 for 2 on the day with a couple of ground outs to short. And LaGrange has made the contest interesting over at LaGrange College as they now trail only 5-4 in the top of the 8th with a little bit of a 2-out rally in the inning. As the first pitch to Polson catches the outside corner for strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch is hit over to third base, and the Pride record their 4th double play of the contest to end the game. Maryville ends their season 22-17. As the Pride eliminate them 5-0. And that'll be the contest. Christian Polson will get the loss, and Will Hicks will get the complete game win on 117 pitches. And we will be back with game 2 at approximately 1:30.